Hi, welcome back and congratulations. If you're watching this video, then you have selected the Dry Whites pack. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be going through the virtual wine tasting with you on this particular pack. So this pack consists, first of all, the bubbles, then we have two different Verdellos. We have our own Cedar Creek Verdello, and we have Robert Shannon's Verdello. Now I'll talk about each of these as we go along. And then of course we have our Semillon Sauvignon Blanc. So the first one we're going to try is our bubbles, the non-vintage brut. Now whenever you see NV on a label, that means non-vintage. And that doesn't mean that it's a cheap wine. All that means is that they had a bumper crop out in the vineyard, so they held some of the fruit over for the following year and added it to the next year's vintage. Now, for a good bubbles, to be a good bubbles, you need to have a really small, fine bubble. As you can see there, it is absolutely beautiful and full of tiny, tiny little bubbles. The smaller the bubble, the better the wine, and particularly with sparkling. Now, we're not allowed to call champagne champagne anymore because France has claimed the name back, but we do have our sparkling, and we conduct a lot of weddings here on this property, so it's very important for us to have a really fine, beautiful champagne style or method champenoise style of bubbles. Now this particular one, as you will taste, is not too sweet, not too dry. To have a bubbles at the beginning of any wine taste is actually very good because it cleanses your mouth, takes away the toothpaste or the coffee or whatever it is you've had in the past, all right, leading up to your wine taste. So enjoy, it is absolutely beautiful. Once you've tasted a really good bubbles, you don't go back to that store-bought stuff. And the reason why I say that is because mostly the products you buy in liquor outlets is CO2 injected, just like Coca-Cola. So that means it's not a natural bubble. It's CO2 injected, you open the bottle, it's a really big bubble, bang, and then the bubbles go flat and gives you a headache. Not with ours. No headache material here. It is absolutely gorgeous, fine, soft, smooth on the palate, and no headache material. So enjoy your bubbles. The next wine that we're going to showcase in our dry pack is our Semillon, the Semillon Sauvignon Blanc. One thing I will say about this is that whatever name appears first on a wine label is the predominant grape in that wine. So many people look at this wine and say, oh, Sauv Blanc, I love Sauv Blanc. No, this is not a Sauv Blanc. This is predominantly a Semillon. And as I have said in the past, Semillon grows very well here in Queensland. This particular Semillon for this wine was picked at ripeness. So it's beautiful and crisp, dry, yet not too dry. It really is, all our wines are very fruit driven because that's the nature of how they grow, but this particular wine goes extremely well with seafood. It is definitely a seafood choice of wine. It's 11.2% in alcohol, so that's kind of average. Between 10 and 12% is the average for the whites. So this is definitely up there. If you like your dry wines and you love your seafood, take advantage of your Semillon Sauvignon Blanc, or SSB for short. Next on our list are the Verdellos. Now we have two Verdellos to showcase, and I'm going to showcase our Robert Shannon Verdello first, because I go from the driest to the fruitiest of each variety of pack. So we start off with the bubbles, then the Semillon Sauvignon Blanc, now we've got Robert Shannon's Verdelho. Now Verdelho is a variety of grape that originates from Portugal. And Portugal is about the same distance north of the equator as Queensland is south of the equator. So we share a very similar climate. So it makes perfect sense that Verdelho grows extremely well here in Queensland. And in actual fact, I'm so pleased to be able to showcase both of these to you because Verdelho is Queensland's signature grape variety. Yes, it is. It's absolutely amazing. If you want a fantastic Shiraz, and we're going to see those in a different video on a different pack, sure, we grow them, but go down to the Barossa. I'm not going to bull dust around here, guys. But if you want a fantastic Verdelho, you come to Queensland because Queensland's signature grape is the Verdelho. Now, Robert Shannon's Verdelho is 13.5%, which is pretty high and a bit over average for a white wine. It's slightly drier than ours. It's grown in the Burnett region, which is 3.5 to 4 hours northwest of where we are here at Tamborine. It really is a beautiful wine that not only has all the characteristics that a Verdelho should have, but it has a lovely finish and a long finish, so it lingers in the mouth. And Robert Shannon is a wonderful winemaker. He actually produced a Verdelho 5 years ago now and entered it in the London wine contest and took out best Verdelho in the world. Yes, best Verdelho in the world from a tiny little vineyard in Queensland. I think that's just outstanding. And here at Cedar Creek and Queensland Wine Centre, it does me proud to know that we have some of his wines here for you to take home. Our other Verdelho by choice is, of course, our own. Now, I have lived here for 30 years and I know all the wines in the region very, very closely. So, trust me when I tell you, I honestly feel our Verdelho is the best in the region. It truly is a beautiful wine. This is the only wine I can say to you does not taste how it smells. So it tastes like okay. The beginning of this one. All right. Okay. So start over here. Okay. Our next wine is our own Verdelho, and I have to say that this particular grape and this particular wine is the best in our region. I have lived here for 30 years and I know all the wines in the region very well, and this one really does pip the post. It is a beautiful tasting wine that not only has a fantastic mouthfeel, but it is the only wine I can say to you does not taste how it smells. This one smells like tropical fruit on the nose. The nose is very tropical, deceiving your brain, making you think that it's actually a sweet wine, but it's not. It's dry, and at 12.8%, it really is up there in the wine alcohol stakes. It's one of our best sellers. It truly is delicious, one of my favourites, and a great choice to have in your pack. Hope you enjoy these wines as much as I am enjoying showcasing them to you. And when you want to order more, just you know what to do. Come back to our website and order more. Remember guys, wine a bit, you will feel better for it. Thank you.